There we go.
Yeah, we don't
Make
like
it
the
even
other
more
one.
official. Make it even more official. How you, man? Top of the
I'm
morning to you.
good. I'm good, man. Good morning to you. How are you, sir?
Same old, same old. Been off a couple weeks, but we back. We talking about rap, man. Talk to me.
Talking about rap, talking about rap. Yo, I just want to represent the T. Then I the T real quick. I want you to see the fly. You know what I mean? This is the Santurce. I think it's the Cañejos. Is the winter ball team that Roberto Clemente played on. You know what I mean? And this is
Okay.
his jersey. And this is his jersey. I went out to the Flying Squirrels game yesterday. The new Carmax Park. That shit is lit. That shit is
Word.
super dope. That shit is super dope. And I pulled up with the Clemente joint on. You know what I'm saying? Feeling real fresh. So I had to run it back this morning for everybody.
I'm
You know
hip.
what I
No
mean? I
doubt.
didn't know. My father told me that Willie Mays was on his team.
Oh, really?
That they played. So in the winter, a lot of the Boricuas Dominicano cats they go back home and they play winter ball.
Okay.
And I did not know that Willie Mays. My father said that Willie Mays played on Clemente's team in the winter too.
So I
He
stay
put.
active.
Yeah, they all do the same shit. And
Yeah.
but Willie, I didn't. I was like, damn. You got Willie Mays and Roberto Clemente in the outfield against amateurs. Yeah, that shit. Man, that shit's putting dynamite
Yeah, because I guess that's just like pro-am for hoopers.
Right. Yeah, they just
Okay.
come out and you know what I mean, just pull up, yo. Except these dudes just putting dynamite in the apartment complex pond. You know what I'm saying? They just boom.
Yeah,
Like
that's funny because like when Ben Wallace would come back and niggas like, yo, he out here shooting threes. Like,
bruh,
yeah, because he playing this fucking role in the league out here.
you
He's
you
like really like
seen
that.
you seen the joint with Mitch Rob that when Mitch Rob pulled up at LA Fitness?
That's how it be.
Bruh. And same thing with iHeart, yo, throwing it behind his back.
Yeah.
And the threes don't be even
Wait,
hitting
man.
the
But yeah, let's
rim
get
and
to this
shit.
music. Let's ain't got too much.
Let's talk about rap. My bad. Let's talk about rap. So I said that I wanted to review Monument Avenue this week by Noah O, and I fucked up because I was like, oh, okay. I wanted to do it in anticipation of the new album, and I fucked up because I thought that Heretic was only a single.
Yeah.
Turns out it's because he released the whole album on Even. Did you see
Okay.
that?
No, I did not
That's
see that.
that's what it is. Heretic, No O, the new album out yesterday. And I should have known. It's my fault. They have the Even. Even is the new platform where you can go and um, it's not like Bandcamp. I think with Even you could pay whatever you want. I
Hmm.
think I know that your man why am I thinking his La Russell promoted Even a lot. A lot of people put music out on Even,
Okay.
and I've noticed. I think it's really dope. And I think it's really smart that a lot of artists are not releasing their shit on streaming right away.
Yeah.
And we've talked about how smart of a businessman Noah O appears to be, as a consumer, as somebody who don't know him, just watching his movement move around.
Hmm.
They in Europe right now. They touring with Mob. Him and Big No is touring with Mob Deep. You've been seeing that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He got his son out there, bro. His fucking son had a birthday and he was in France. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, this dude is fly shit, bro. Like this dude. What I mean? This shit is fly shit. So I wanted to talk about Monument Avenue in more detail. But then I was like, oh, Heretic, that's not even an album, that's just a single. Let's talk about the single. But it turns out the album is out, but it's on Even. So I'm absolutely going to go to Even whenever I figure out that platform. I haven't even been on it. I'm gonna go up there, we'll put some bread up to listen to it. Um,
That's kind of funny too because I don't know whether it was this podcast or not, but I do remember. I don't want to use the word hating, but not really being a full participant when Black Star said they was releasing their project, kind of like this.
so okay, hating a little bit, right? For sure. But they didn't do their shit on Even. They put their shit on
No,
Luminaries.
I mean to say it to the point because Odyssey kind of does the same thing. Where he'll drop his album, where you can buy his album first on a different
Hmm.
platform, and then maybe a couple months later it'll be on the regular DSPs.
Yo, it's
That type of move, I
I
kind of
love
agree.
how you keep such good record of the times that I contradict myself, yo, because you're absolutely right. And you keep very good track of that and you keep me honest, and that's a fucking fact. That Black Star, in fact, Black Star never put their shit on streaming. They only put their shit on the Luminaries.
Weekly.
Basically, you have to subscribe to the Luminaries podcast network, and then Dave Chappelle, and the three of them had a podcast. And if you went on there, you could listen to it. And I was just like, man, ain't nobody listening to that shit. Or at least I was like, if I want to hear the album, don't force me to listen to your podcast. And you're right, but the model was there.
Yeah.
The model was there. The model is we're not gonna put our shit on streaming. We're gonna put it here, and we're gonna control our bread. And with with Apple, with Spotify being such just like truly like evil corporations, maybe not what they do with music, but the the obviously the we know about the dude who runs Spotify and how much he invested in military AI, and Tim Cook, the Apple CEO, who's basically gives loves to give Trump hand jobs, and they've done so much to support the Trump administration and all that. I think it's not just that, but also with how much these artists are not being paid for their music, that it's high tide for people to start following that model. And so, absolutely right. I should have been more supportive of that
No,
at
I
that
mean,
time.
and like you're saying it, but I'm the same way. Like,
Yeah.
unless it's an artist that like I'm real a big fan of, I'm just
Hmm.
gonna wait. Though it's like a movie. I'm just gonna wait till it come on regular TV.
Yeah.
Wait till it come on
Yeah.
DSP.
From the consumer perspective,
Yeah,
we it's easy for us. We spend $10 and we get all the music. And then, like the concept is dope, but
yeah,
there needs to be some bridging of like where this money is going. You know what I'm saying? And Joe Budden has been on this forever. Joe Budden has been on this for at least 5 years,
yeah.
where he's been saying on his show that streaming is killing the revenue from artists, and it's choking out. And
It was
it's
so it's worse than it used to be because I mean, I thought I thought we learned after a while that you didn't make money off of music per se. You made money
I
off.
don't think it's worse than it used to be. I think that Joe was on this a long time ago, and Joe was basically saying streaming is not fair. Joe Button was the one before Snoop. Joe Button was the one that was talking about how streaming is unsustainable for musicians. Like, remember
Yeah,
Snoop was like, "Man, I got 1 billion streams and I only made $4,000." Like
it's
Joe Button,
crazy.
I
Like,
know Joe Button was way earlier than Snoop on that, and and it stands to reason. Look what he's done. He's made his career off of podcasting instead, where you could be, more lucrative for your time. So that being said, not to get too far because we talk about rap. The Noah O shit, a lot of other people are gonna follow in that trend and are gonna, Casual did. Obviously I talked about Casual's album,
bro, I don't know
but
whether my phone listens to me or whatever, but I just had my whole library on. I don't know. I forgot who album went off, but a casual song just came on, and it's from the album that you sent me. I'm like, oh shit, that was
yo
it.
man, yo
Yeah,
man, that
yeah,
album is tight.
yeah.
That album is tight.
Ebro mentioned him the other day on the show also. So
Because he's from the town. He's from
yeah,
Oakland. And so, Ebro's from up there. And so Black Magic was not on streaming. You could buy it on Bandcamp, and then he put it on streaming, right? So I really like Even because I think Even just lets people. It's a real good mix between Apple Music and just paying $15 for joy. Because I think with Even you could just pay whatever you want, or you know what I'm saying. So and that encourages people if you want to spend $50. Like we know, oh, I might just throw him 50 for that. You know what I mean? Because he from out here. But that to say, the Heretic single is really really dope. The beat on there is really dope.
hey, shout out to Ant the Simple. Talking about people in Richmond who be making moves. Like he's
Yeah,
been making moves for years, dog. As far as the beat making and producing and engineering
yeah,
and
yeah.
just being part of the scene. I just wanted like when I seen when I seen the cover, I was like, oh yeah, Ant the
Mhm.
Simple is on this. Let me go ahead and just make sure we get props. We doing this conversation.
I don't even know. I gotta check for what else has he done because I don't even know
I know
who
the
it is.
shirt. I know the show that I came down there for that was giving all the props of skills
Mm,
and Richmond and Nick and like everybody that performed at it. He was the one
yeah.
that put it together because he's
Mm,
more of an orchestrator of things going on in Richmond. You know what I mean?
okay.
I don't want to put him in a hole to just saying he makes beats or you know what I mean or he's just behind the scene. He does a lot and he's been putting out beat tapes. He's been putting out tapes like Richmond mixtapes with I wouldn't say mixtape because they're albums or whatever, but
Hmm.
just a bunch of Richmond artists on them. You know what I
Mm,
mean? He's like one of them
mm.
type dudes, like real like
So if this is how we doing it, then let's just get right to it because this is absolutely something that I wanted to talk about. So again, shout to that Heretic single. Go support the Heretic album on Even. Shout to Noah O was on tour in Europe with Mobb Deep.
oh, so
Put a
that's a
bow on it.
title track. That's a That's the title. That's the
Heretic,
name
I
of the
think, is
album.
the name of the album.
Okay, cool.
It's also the single, but I believe
Okay.
Heretic is the name of the album. So go check for it. Um, yo, man, these dudes in Richmond are not just hometown dudes that we pumping up.
Mhm.
All right, we've already talked about Nicholas F. Nicholas F is one of the illest MCs in the world. I don't care where the fuck he's from. I don't care if he's from Wickham Court or he Farmville or wherever the fuck. He's one of the nicest dudes.
Portland.
You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. He's one of the nicest dudes in the world, yo. And he needs to be recognized that way. Um, but what Noah O is doing out here is special on his vibe. Noah O as well. So I told you I want to talk about Noah. I want to talk about Kane. I want to talk about Radio, Nicholas F, and Michael Millions, specifically those cats. So to move to Noah O, the charged up movement. Um, you see people I've seen people in the airport with charged up hats. I've seen, you know what I'm saying, like the branding, what he does for the city, the visibility,
The store.
the store that's in the middle of the city, the promoting the city, the show, the concert promotions and shit. You know, like a
And
real
Charged Up Fest is, I don't know if it's the fifth or
coming
sixth
soon.
year. Yeah.
It's coming soon. I think this is the third year, I want to
Okay,
say.
excuse me. I'm just throwing numbers out there.
But yeah, doing a lot, man, and just really putting a legacy on this city. You know what I'm saying? In a real way, in a real way that I feel like really needs to be visible outside of the city, and I truly hope that it is. And even if you wasn't on some like, oh, he's galvanizing the shitty shit, just press play. This music, this new single that Noah O has out is serious. The other shit that he put out, the other, what's it called? Dick Fosbury.
Mhm.
That shit was fire. I don't want to say improvement as an MC because I feel like that patronizes them and make it sound like they was whack before.
Mm,
The growth, the
yeah.
growth that I'm hearing from him as an
Because
artist is no joke.
honestly, bro, when you told me we gonna do Monument Ave, I
Hmm.
was like, all right, but we could have did. It was two other albums in
The
between
rain,
there,
it was the
huh?
rain,
No,
it was the
it
rain.
was later than that. Like I'm talking about
Yeah,
like two projects he's dropped recently. Not the recent
right,
project, but solo that he dropped recently. I thought of. But then when I listened to Monument and it came out 2014. That's the other thing about
right,
it. But
right.
but when I listened, I like, yo, it's some good ass songs on this project, bro.
I'm telling you, I didn't click on the shit to do him a favor. I just
Yeah,
wanted to hear his music, and yo, man, that album is fucking dope. I say Monument. The reason I picked out Monument Avenue instead of the newer ones is because that obviously to me that one was the breakout project.
yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, like I
Mhm.
feel like that was the one that kind of let people know, like, nah, like this dude is nice, man. He's not just really good at promotion. You know what I mean? He's not just at all the parties and shit.
It was
Like
the
this dude's
Torpedo.
actually nice.
It was a
Yeah.
Torpedo album I was thinking about. Yeah, that was another big one that, you know what I
And
mean?
what's the one with him and Rand? Is that the one with him and
I
Rand?
think Rain is the one with him and Rain.
Nah. The Rain is another dude.
Oh, yeah, it is. You're right. You're right. It definitely is. Excuse me.
Yeah, Dirty Rice is the one
That's the other one I was talking about. That's
with
like my
Rand.
favorite. That's my favorite one, Dirty Rice. Yeah.
Yeah. So he really has a nice little discography now,
Mhm.
and it makes sense. I love it that all these cats that I'm talking about, none of these cats are like 22, 23. You know, these dudes are all doing it. So we've already talked about Nicholas F. We talked about Noah O. Some real growth. Some real growth. When I listen to him, you hearing him. My favorite thing about him is that like this isn't just like lyrical flexing and all that kind of shit. Like you're hearing this cat, you know what I mean? A lot about his personality and his beliefs and his family and the shit that he been through and shit. Like he delivers. He sounds like a street cat. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you can hear the fact that he's from it, and I don't know a whole lot about him, but I know he's not from the suburbs out here. You know what I'm saying? Like he sounds like a street dude, but he doesn't. He's not here talking about clapping nobody. He's not talking about shit that he's not. You know what I mean? He's just talking about being a businessman and being, just being a human. You know what I mean? Being a human that's from out here, that's trying to make it. And I really appreciate his perspective. I listened to Kane's album this week. Have you
Yeah.
listened to any of his shit? H2O.
This nigga nice. Yeah.
Yo, man, he's yo. I came here to say that Kane is fucking nice, man, and he's not just nice like Nicholas. He is one of the nicest dudes in the world, yo. Like he's on
Bro,
that level.
it's funny. But I like hating on niggas. So when you say he's nice, but not nice, not just nice, like my thought was Pat Poops. I can't get
Yeah.
through Pat Poops shit because Pat Poops is just nice and that's it. It's nothing, no real.
It's not a lot of good
Like you're not
songs.
doing nothing with your niceness to me. You know what I mean? With Nick and
Yeah.
with Kane, you're doing so much more creativity, and you're nice,
So that
like above average nice too.
so
Like
the
you know what I
album
mean?
is called H2O, right? And every
Mhm.
song on there, it's a concept album. So there's all types of different water themes. And then his merch is dope.
Mhm.
I went to the site. I'm going to be buying some of that as well. He got the shirts that say "Be Water," which
Mhm.
is such a dope, a phrase about being malleable and being adaptive, like water is.
Bruce Lee,
And
right?
yeah, yeah, correct. And yo, man, like the beats on there, the art, the art on there from the National Lampoon's shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, his social media is great, man. I love his social media with him and his wife and his
Mhm.
kids, and he's always yo, man, and he made a really dope freestyle this week about the election,
Mhm.
about vote yes versus vote no. And yo, man, you could give him any topic to rap about. Like he did a battle. He does a battle against his kids, and other people do that shit too. But he did a battle against pollen. Like he goes out there and he's rapping against the pollen on outside. And I told him, I was like, yo, I was like, I'm a little concerned about you rapping so close to the pollen like that. He responded, he was like, yeah, the pollen won that round. You know what I mean? So he's very relatable. He's really funny. He's got a great sense of humor. Pause on this, like he's good looking as fuck. Like he looks like a model. Like his father was an actor. Or his father did something in movies. He's
Okay.
good looking as hell. He looks like a model. So I'm sure he's gotten some kind of traction in that regard. He looks like he's real tall, white kid. He's got the look and everything. I hope he can monetize his look. Because he's blessed to be a handsome man. But yo, man, like this dude is that lyrical ability of his is
Mhm.
special, and this album is I love the way that he doesn't lose focus of the topic. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like if he's talking about water, he's talking about things being wet. He's talking about how it sounds to drip. He's talking about rain. He's
Drip is my
talking like
song. Drip is like my.
right, my bad. That's a joint called drip. You know what I'm saying? Like he's so detailed, and the schemes and the work. You know what I mean? Like you can see that he comes from battling and that he applies the battling, but he makes dope ass songs. There's not a lot of battle rappers who I hear dope ass songs from. A lot of them
and
don't even
that's
care to do that.
and that's props to all three of them: Radio, Nick, and Kane.
Make
Like
the
I
all
mean,
from
because like
battling.
yes, yes. Like I found out about Kane through Radio's Battle League. You know
Right,
what
me
I mean?
too. Same here. Who the
I
fuck
knew
is
that
this
Nick
white
was
boy?
yeah, I
Yeah.
knew that Nick was battling when I heard about him way back in the day. And like
Mm,
I said, when Radio were having a battle league, like he battled one of my nigga Omega up here, and that's what made me pay
hmm
attention more to his discography. Like these dudes, like and that's when I was hearing. That's when I was getting more into battle rap. And I was hearing about the fact that they can't really create songs or whatever. These dudes create great projects,
Yo, man,
thematic projects at that.
I'm eager because H2O came out in 2023,
Yeah,
and from what you can see from Kane, like this dude has a booth in his study or his man cave. I can assure you that there is some fucking material that's coming soon from
yeah.
this cat
I mean,
because
he's been
he,
dropping singles, since
yeah,
then or whatever. But I think he just
yeah,
dropped it. That's a feature joint. But yeah, he be dropping singles. Oh, there's a
something's
live
coming
session. There's a live session for
for
H2O.
H2O. Yep.
I'm definitely checking out that drip. That is
hmm
my shit, bro.
Something's coming soon from that cat. I
I
got
definitely.
to be because he has too much. He has too much bars.
What do you know about
Um,
Michael Millions? Excuse me,
I know that Hard to Be King was fucking dope.
bro.
Hard to Be King. I remember when Hard to Be King came out. I just pulled it up. I'm trying to find it. I have it here. Hard to Be King was dope. I remember when that video came on MTV. Back, you know what I mean? This was back before they deaded MTV. What is it? The channel that they had for
142.
just hip hop. 142. Yeah. I remember when that shit came out. I'm looking at the damn. There was a specific song on here that I really liked,
Bro, I
but
listen to Happy almost every single day.
yeah,
Like almost every single day, I listen to Happy Dog. And it's
yo,
funny because there's two songs on here that basically have the same beat. I think Untitled 187
uh-huh.
and I don't know if it's
I'm
Hard
gonna
to Be
play it real
King or
quick.
what, but
I think
it's
Hard to Be King was the one that I was really on. Yeah, Hard to Be King.
yeah,
And there was a video for that, right? That was the
yeah.
one that had the video.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's funny because I'm on my like I said, speaking of 142, I'm on my Noah, his
Mm.
video running in
He
my
was on there. Yep.
yeah.
No,
So
it
it's
was on
like you got
142.
Noah who was you might have known him from that. You got Nick who you might have known from 106
106.
Park. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Or his
Mm.
Drake affiliation. And then you
Mm.
got radio who was like creating such a big scene in Richmond.
Right.
And you know what I mean? So it's these dudes who are just like everybody we're talking to, they've and that's why we say it's not just a Richmond thing. These
It's
people you would
not.
have heard, yeah, these are people
It's
you should have
not.
heard about if you not, you would have seen them somewhere else also. You know what I mean? Especially
I
with Noah.
would.
Like I said,
I
Noah's black.
really. Yeah. I
Yeah.
really want people to put more light on these guys because I really think what they're doing. You know what I mean? I think this is a big year. You know, Skills winning a Grammy and shout. So you asked me what I know about Michael Millions. What I know Grammy Award winning Michael Millions. We could put respect on that, right? Hard to Be King, incredible record. You know, I think in the city people might know Michael Millions more for his production and his mixing and engineering. You know, he's really behind the scenes on a lot of these projects. And kind of the go-to cat when it comes to that, right? And I believe he has his own lab and everything, or at least I believe I saw him promoted at one point. You know, a little bit more in the background, and then when Hard to Be King came out, like I know I had seen his verses here. I know he's Name Brand's brother, right? And shout to Name Brand because Name Brand, you know, we didn't bring him up because we were talking about rap, but Name Brand is an incredible producer. And Name Brand's album with Nicholas F is very serious. And Name Brand's beats are very serious. But when Michael Millions, like I'd seen features from him, and I knew that he was an engineer, and then Hard to Be King comes out, I'm like, yo, this dude is nice. I was like, what the fuck? Like this shit is fire. And Hard to Be King has a very jazzy kind of vibe on it, man. It's just a vibe, man. It's just a fun, it's just a dope listen, you know. So now you got another cat, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna let you talk about Radio B because I know that's your man, and I know that's obviously we've talked enough about the internet is fake and how impressive of a project that is, and how I know he got. I think we could both agree that he did get handled in that battle when he came back outside, right? The battle
Who was
who
that
that
with?
I don't even know the dude's name. But that
Look, I agree, but who was that
I forgot. I
with?
don't even know. I was like, I was like, oh shit, like he's getting work.
It is funny because that's kind
But
of how I say fandom, but that's kind of how I started rocking with him. Because like I said,
hmm
when I moved up here, I started doing music with
mm,
DGEG, and they're my Omega. You know what I
mm,
mean? So I came down for a battle between him and Omega.
mm,
And of course, I'm on Omega side. And I'm like,
mm.
yo, this is. So then, like I said, so then I started going into his music and listening to more of his
Yeah.
albums. Like, these projects is crazy. And it's funny because I sent them I forgot who the five was. But I posted a story saying, yo, these are the five rappers I've never seen out verse on the track.
Mm,
I know Black Thought was one of them, Eminem was one of them.
mm,
I forgot who the other two was, but it was definitely radio. Like I've
mm,
never heard him outdone on a track. And
mm.
mind you, he's on tracks with Nick all the time. And that's not saying
Right.
that he's outbarring Nick. Is just saying like never seen that. So
Yeah, he
like
never has to pull his pants up.
there you
He's
go.
always he's always
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
always. So like I went backwards on his argument. Like I went
Mm,
back and found these joints. You know what I mean? But
mm,
when he put out I think it was All Are They Pretty, I've been hooked ever since. I've
mm,
been hooked ever since. Because it was, I guess it was towards the end of me making music. And then with us being in the same age group and him making music that you would want to be making it. And it's funny because you said something about this a couple weeks ago where you didn't feel like you was putting yourself into your music, and that's kind of why you started making music.
Right.
So it was so dope to see him doing exactly what we wanted to do at that time with our music. You know what I
Correct.
mean? And it was like all right, pretty kind of thematic. It came out doing
You're saying
like the,
all art ain't pretty.
all art ain't pretty.
Yeah, your T's ain't T'ing right now.
Yeah. But yeah, like that project is kind of thematic, you know what I mean, where it's
Yeah.
during a time period and it's, you know what I mean, it's a lot of family situation going
Yo,
on with
with the
that. Like it
COVID
just
situation, with the George Floyd, and I'm looking at the art with the picture in front of.
yes.
One thing about all of these about radio is he puts on for this fucking city. You would think he's from here. He's from New York, and I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah. And it's funny
And I
because I
love
didn't
that.
like him at
I
first.
love that.
I thought he was trying to sound like Hov. But
Yeah,
that's when I was just hearing him on features. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Then when I heard him like, oh, he's from fucking New York, so kind of
yeah. Right. And
it's
you
funny.
got Jesus never wore a suit. You know what I'm
Bro, love it.
saying?
Love it.
If you listen to nothing else, man, just listen to the internet is fake, man. We can't
That'll help
speak
you like
about
it.
that project. Yeah, I can't speak about that project enough.
And that's after
It's
Stop Looking
genius.
for Noise, which is basically like a 8-track EP that came out before that. It was basically on the same type of
Yeah,
shit. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
And with
so
the
like
same
these artists,
producer.
like I said, these artists we talking about like 10, 15, 10 solid projects from these artists. Like all of
Yeah.
them have at least, I would say 10.
These are artists that are really, really showing out in a real way, that are really doing real shit. That this is not just some Richmond shit. Like, we're not doing nobody no favors and talking about them. These are to me some of the best rappers in the world, some of the best rappers in the country for sure.
Mhm.
And with a little bit more light and a little bit more, I really hope to see more from them in the next year, and to be talking about them in 2026, because all of these dudes, and then I'm gonna sprinkle my personal favorite, FanRan. I
Yeah.
love FanRan. I love him as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Mhm.
love seeing that dude, man, and I love his music. And it just, there might not be another cat who you meet whose music and his personality match as close as this dude. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Laid back,
I,
laid back.
just, you know what I'm saying? And just like, just the vibe of it, and just his lyricism. He's really dead nice, man, and like, he's really committed to that craft and his beats and his aesthetic and the way he dresses and his fucking hair. You know what I mean? He got that Conway slant face killer look on him. You know what I mean? Like, he really is another slant face killer. Like, he's a fucking killer. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And shout to God bless the dead, rest in peace, Chadwick. You know what I mean? Like, we really lost one with that. If Chadwick was here, we would be talking about Chadwick as much as we would be talking about everybody else, because Chadwick was a fucking dude. Chadwick's beats was incredible. Chadwick's rhymes was incredible. He was a great person, and when he just passed, it was just like, fuck. Like, I was like, that shit felt like that shit was out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So shout to all of them, and shout to Richmond, man. Big Richmond, big 804, man. It's funny, it's 8:02 on the clock right now. It's almost 8:04. But
Hey, yo, right there, yo. I think people need to understand like we don't really do this for views
nah,
because with it being 8:02, you could have easily said it's
that is
8:04. You could
8:04.
have like I feel like you could have easily did that, but no, man, we keep we keeping it.
We're just talking about rap, man. And
Yeah, yeah. And it's
so
funny because I mean, we got a couple more minutes. I definitely want to
yeah,
talk. A lot of projects came out. We've been
yo,
off
man,
3 weeks, but a lot of projects came out this week.
yo, man, and not just a lot of projects that came out this week. There's some very impressive music that came out this week that people need to sit with.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm gonna highlight the one, to me, the best project that I've heard so far. What just came out is Billy Danze, man.
Bro, yo,
Oh my God.
yo, oh, was he always this? I feel like he got.
Was he always this nice?
Okay, cool, same page.
Yo, man. So he has another project that came out a while ago that I didn't hear nothing about.
Bro, I
And
ain't gonna hold you. It wasn't when you sent out like I clicked on the one with him and Kiss
yeah,
because I just checked that one out see if you know what I mean. But I like I'm hooked. I listened to the rest of the whole album, bro. Like that.
I listened to the whole album.
Yes.
And if we're gonna talk about Michael Million's album, very jazzy and laid. This is this is a very jazzy, very not
Bro,
jazzy, but very bluesy, right? Like the vibe
it
of it
just
is,
feels grown.
yo, man, who knew? So I think it's called The Listening Session was the other joint that he had
Okay.
where I was like, oh shit, like Billy Danze does solo shit. Yo, man, so for anybody who listens to MOP that hasn't heard Billy Danze's shit, he's when he stopped yelling,
That's all
he's
it
a
is, nigga.
that's yo, it's like he stopped. First of all, he stopped yelling. None of these are up tempo beats. These are all like very grown up, very sort of melancholy type vibe beats. And yo, the lyricism. It's like, when the fuck did Billy Dance get this nice? There has been a jump. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like a real year two to year three jump, like with these
like
hoopers
shit.
and shit. And this album, let's talk about the fucking features on this
Yo, so
album.
that's another thing I like. Yeah, I like projects like this where like Cats from Our Era just put a whole bunch of them dudes on the album. Like I
But
love it,
but
bro.
but this shows also like the respect that Billy Dance has out in the world.
Hmm.
Because who's on here? Jada, Be Real from Cypress Hill, Ghostface, Buster, who Buster of course been fucking with them forever,
Hmm.
Conway, Pharoah Monch, Styles P, Evidence, Inspector Deck, Fame, and Redman is all on this project. This project is full. The beats are incredible. There's this dude Too Busy, I guess, and he got the album is the label is called We Busy, so I wonder if him and this Busy Cat is a partnership or something.
Hmm.
But yo, man, that's to me the headliner from this week. Needs to be that Billy. People need to go and listen to that Billy Dance.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah,
Um,
I agree. I'm not gonna, but I don't know whether it's. I guess neck and neck would be Nems.
yo, I
Did you
had
check that out?
so I did with a few of those. People need to understand that Nems, if you don't already understand that Nems is super, super nice. Like, he's not just the funny cat that'll cut you up when you walk past his shop on Coney Island. He's nice. And this shit was unexpected. And Ron Browser's rapping a little bit on there too.
Yeah.
I haven't
Oh,
gotten through. I didn't get through this one because of the fucking Billy Dan shit and because of Roscoe P. Did you hear the Roscoe P shit yet?
and this was where we part ways.
You don't like the Roscoe shit?
I mean, the last two, the two singles from last week, I wasn't too fond of those. I was like, all right,
Mm.
cool. All right, cool.
I'm
Um,
big with this Roscoe shit, man.
so
Like,
this is a project.
the whole album is out now.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
check
the
it out.
him with him and Nick Craven really sound really good together. It's him and Nick Craven
Okay,
doing the album. Um, the artwork is dope, man. Like the production, he sounds so good in the production. I feel like who was it? My man from Detroit. I be forgetting names when I know the camera's rolling. But you know,
not Billy,
no,
not
no, no,
Billy.
no, 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 no.
What's his?
The rapper. What the fuck is his name, man? No, I'm hold
I don't know who's from Detroit. Where the fuck is
on.
Herbo from? Chicago?
He's from Chicago.
Okay.
Hold on, Price.
Who the
I
fuck is
know
from
that.
Detroit, nigga? Besides
I'm gonna
Royce,
tell
who
you
the
in.
fuck? Who's from
I'm gonna tell
Detroit?
you in 2 seconds.
Yeah, because I keep yelling names.
Boldy James. Boldy James.
He's from Detroit.
Boldy James is from Detroit. So Boldy James and Nick Craven, like I didn't love. Like I feel like Boldy James's voice is a little bit too like laid back, right? With to go with the Nick Craven style of
Laid
beats.
backness too, yeah.
Yeah, right. The Roscoe shit because his flow is so like frenetic and it's so like all over the place. Like he jumps all over the beat and all of that shit. Like I really like these two have a really nice synergy together and Nicholas Craven is doing a lot to promote this project.
Mm.
So I really enjoy that. Your man Nick Grant got a new joint.
Coming
I
out.
haven't that was like the last one. I haven't gotten through that one yet. Did you
Yeah, he got two singles out, so you know me. I
Oh,
seen both.
that's right. It's not out yet. It's
Yeah,
not out yet.
I'm
That's
waiting
right.
for the album to drop. Yeah, but my boy Flea Lord. You fuck with Flea Lord?
I he's one of these dudes that I don't listen to enough, and so I need to just follow all these dudes on Instagram so I can see when this shit drops. But so he got some new shit out
Yeah,
too.
a new album drop. When was it? Last week, the 15th, whenever the 15th was. Yeah, tax day.
Mm.
So Wednesday. Yeah, Yeah, I like, and he got OT the real on there.
Yep, yo,
Woo-hoo.
we love
Rome
OT the
Street,
real.
Rome Streets that popped up on two people projects I didn't expect them to be on. That was just a
Mm.
random statement just now. But because isn't he on
He's on some new shit that I'm. Oh, he's on Blue shit on Blue
that's
and
one yeah.
Exile,
That's one that caught me off guard.
the Crumbs record.
Okay.
Yo, so the other one that I listened to is the Blue and Exile record. Did you listen to the? Yo, man.
Blue is one of them dudes who is like not papoose,
Mm,
but he's like, I'm not sure I'm always going to enjoy his projects, so I'm not too eager sometimes, but I know
mm.
he's nice.
Did you
But
listen to
not,
this shit?
I listened to a couple tracks.
I
I ain't
feel
gonna
like
lie to you.
him and Exile is like
One neck and
they
neck, one
give
on one.
they give me Gangstar vibes.
Mm,
Like, you
I
know what I'm
dig it.
saying? Like I felt like these two dudes, I don't never want to see them do nothing without each other. Like this shit is too like I this album's really good, man. Like this album was really good. I don't know if this was the first time they've done a whole album since Above the
Okay.
Clouds or whatever that big shit they did a
Yeah.
long time ago. I'm sure it is. And because I'm not super up on Blue like that, but I was getting real gangstar vibes off of this shit. You know what I mean? And not because they sound anything like them, but just again like these two guys belong together. Like these joints, you know what I mean? Like that Crumbs record is crazy. I don't rhyme. That shit is crazy. There's another The
Yeah.
Bag. That's on The
That's it.
Bag, yo. Like that shit
That's a
is
song I did
nuts.
enjoy.
I was like, God damn, like that's really a record right there. So I really fuck with that. And one thing I definitely wanted to talk about before we wrap it is the new Action Bronson single with
Mm,
Paul Wall and Yachty. Did you hear
hold
that
on now.
shit?
I was about to
That
go. I was about to go get it till you said yada, but go ahead.
yo Yachty, I think I when I first heard it, I was like, did Drake write that?
I said
Like
Thomas.
I was like, I think Drake might have wrote that. Like it sounded. First of all, he came off. Just like the joint with J. Cole, where it's like, okay, like he did something on this.
Yeah.
He absolutely did something on that. Like he
Okay.
sounded really dope. This record is dope for a million reasons. The Derringer beat is incredible. Having Yachty on it, having these three on it, it's just a great feature. Those three together is really dope. Um, Shout out to Action Bronson for letting niggas eat on his record. Like I really enjoy when dudes compete and go at each other, but I also really enjoy when somebody just says, "Nah, but go in." You know what I mean? Like I don't have to be the focal point of this
Yeah.
record just because it's mine. Because Paul Wall, I fear that he ate. Like I fear that Paul Wall handled his motherfucking business on this record.
Let me
Like,
check that out there. I gotta check that out.
boy, boy, did I enjoy that fucking that verse. He got the last verse. He went off on the extra bars.
Mm.
Um, Paul Wall handled business on this joint, and you know we are Paul Wall supporters on this show.
Right. Paul Wall,
Because
baby.
but yo, man, and he did his regular Paul Wall shit, talking about the whips and the jewelry, but he did some other shit too. And I love that he shows when he likes to flex his rhymes. You know what I'm saying? I love that he let his white boy hair grow out. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So
word.
he not, yeah, he got the little white boy cut. He not trying to hide. You know what I mean? Like I love that dude, man. And everybody shines on this. Yo Yachty's verse is in the middle. It's not out of place.
Mm.
He comes off. Again, him and Drake is like tight. Like that's like they like real tight. So I kind of wondered. I was like, this sounds like a Drake verse. But that's just a credit to him because I'm not accusing him of nothing. The shit just sounded really dope. That's a dope joint to listen to. I'm gonna get to the Nem shit and Michael Rocks has some shit out. So
Bro,
yeah,
that shit surprised me.
yo, yo man, he's nicer than
He's better than I
people
thought.
give
Yeah,
him
he's better
credit
than I.
for.
Yeah, he's definitely better than I remember.
And Chuck English's beats are harder than people give him credit
Bro,
for. Like these dudes are alright, man.
this last dub song he got with Bruiser Wolf.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh. That's what I was trying to talk about. The Bruiser Wolf feature on the Roscoe P. Cold Chain shit.
Okay, yeah, no,
Those two need to make an album together, yo.
it sound that good.
They sound incredible together because, like, remember, like I said about how
I
he's
love
all
that
over the beat and the frenetic flow and this and that.
dude.
Yo, the Bruiser Wolf feature on Roscoe shit is like wow. Like these two dudes like need to do more. Like
Yeah,
I
for sure,
hope
for
they got
sure.
more in the can.
Okay,
I really
10
hope they
piece.
got more in the can together.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just
I can handle a 10 piece.
it's just a quick 10 piece.
Oh yeah, we in the
You
we
will
in the
not be disappointed.
Okay, better,
I
better.
didn't
But
hear
yeah,
anything off the Michael Rock shit, so I got to check for it. But it makes sense that Bruce is on there because they Detroit, Chicago, affiliated. Detroit, Chicago is like Philly, New York. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
they from the same hoods and shit type shit.
That. Well, yeah, man. Good to be back. Talking about rap.
This is a good ass episode, man. And it's a good ass episode because there's some good ass music that came out this week. So if you fuck with what we told you to fuck with, like you did something this week. There's some real shit.
These facts. Like I said,
Shout out to Lil Mama. State
big facts,
winning
big
more
facts.
winning more dubs. I can't even keep track. I can't even keep track of her no more.
Welcome back to Now Talm Bout. If you ain't tapped in yet, now's the time. Mondays, we got Sunday morning recaps. Wednesdays, 4 for 10s with the people you know and the ones you should. Saturdays, me and the homie 3, we talking about rap. So all week, every week, we got y'all. Subscribe, hit the bell, and tap in. Now Talm Bout.
I got you. I'll call you once it's done.
All right, thanks again.
Yeah, they working on the work truck. You got to answer that.
Make sure I edit that shit out. You never know, dog.
They might have to see see the work in progress, man. Ain't nothing. But
Real
anyway,
quick though, ain't nothing changed. Y'all know the motto right here. Support your own, cuz support is important. So real quick though, are you a black business owner? Are you a black business supporter? Or maybe you're a black business owner supporting other black businesses. Are you supporting a black business owner whose business is supporting the business of being black? Whether you own it, support it, or live it, rock the shirt that says it all. Available now. Because we just don't do business. We are the business.
she a senior this year or not?
Yeah, she wrapping it up, boy.
So she is wrapping it up. Yo,
Yep,
man. I look forward. Yo, man, tell her I said, well, we recording this. I want to see her at Olympic trials, man. I showed her to my daughter. And I was like, this is one of the illest broad jumpers in the country right here. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason. The reason why she keeps fucking everything up in states is because she's one of the best in the country. So when you're one of the best in the country, that means you compete on an Olympic level. That's the next goal for her, yo. She needs to be in the. I believe that she could be in the Olympics, man.
Yeah, I think she actually got those aspirations. So I'm here. Like I always say, I'm just here for the ride, man.
There's always another level, bro. And shout out to you for pushing her, man.
I appreciate you, bro.